There is a question that seems simple, yet can decide whether you live or die. Imagine a quiet morning, you are sipping tea, reading the newspaper, when suddenly your heart tightens as if an invisible hand is squeezing it, and there is no one around you. What would you do in the next 10 seconds? Many people would think it is just a passing fatigue, or maybe indigestion. Some would choose to wait, hoping the pain will go away on its own. But the frightening truth is that in those very moments, each second is like sand falling in an hourglass, pulling you closer to death. What few people ever tell you is this: 9 out of 10 people who face this situation alone will never again have the chance to call their loved one. Yet there are also those who escape the grip of death, not because of luck, but because they know a secret. A secret contained in just a few small actions, enough to buy the precious time needed before help arrives. I want you to ask yourself, if right now your heart suddenly stopped, would you be ready to face it? Do you know the signals that warn you of the danger? Have you ever practiced how to fight for your life in those 10 critical seconds? Or do you still believe these things only happen to someone else? In the next part, I will take you on a journey to decode the silent messages of the heart. The signals your body sends out, often misunderstood, often ignored, but in truth, the earliest warnings that can give you the chance to survive. Your body is not silent. Long before a heart attack strikes with full force, it whispers. The tragedy is that most people mistake those whispers for something else. They think it is gas, a pulled muscle, or simply fatigue. Yet those early signs are the difference between life and death. If you learn to recognize them, you give yourself the chance to act in time. The first sign is pressure in the chest. Not a stabbing pain like in the movies, not a burning sensation like indigestion, but something heavier. Survivors often describe it as a stone pressing on the center of the chest, or a hand squeezing the heart from within. This sensation usually lasts more than 15 minutes and does not disappear with rest or common medication. If you ever feel as if a weight is sitting on your chest, do not ignore it. The second sign is pain that radiates. It may begin in the chest, but spreads to the left arm, sometimes both arms, the neck, the jaw, or the upper back. For women, pain in the jaw is particularly common. Many have gone to a dentist thinking it was a tooth problem, when in fact it was the heart sounding an alarm. If you feel pain that travels in this way, it is not a coincidence. It is a signal. The third sign is extreme fatigue without reason. If one day you feel exhausted, as if your body cannot continue, even though you have not made any effort, it could mean your heart is not receiving enough oxygen. This sign is often overlooked, especially in women, but when combined with others, it is an urgent call. The fourth sign is sudden shortness of breath and cold sweat. Imagine sitting calmly and suddenly feeling that you cannot breathe properly. Your chest tightens and sweat runs down your body even in cool air. Many mistake this for anxiety or stress, but if it comes with chest pressure or radiating pain, it is a clear warning that the heart is under attack. The fifth sign is dizziness, nausea, or vomiting. Often people believe it is indigestion, so they take an antacid and wait. But what is really happening is the first stage of a heart attack. If you feel dizzy without explanation, if you become nauseous or vomit for no clear reason, especially with any of the other signs, it is time to act. You do not need to have all 5 signs at once. 2 or 3 together are enough to raise serious suspicion. And if you already live with risk factors like high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, or a history of smoking, even one of these signs is reason to act immediately. Remember the story of Mr. Jose. He noticed chest pressure, pain in his arm, and sudden fatigue. He did not wait. He did not minimize. He recognized the danger. Because of that, the damage to his heart was minimal, and today he still walks every morning and enjoys his grandchildren. Your body warns you. The question is whether you are ready to listen. Every time you dismiss these signals, you gamble with your life. Every time you recognize them, you give yourself a chance to survive. Write them down, keep them close, repeat them until they are part of your memory. The day may come when this knowledge is the one thing that keeps you alive. When the warning signs appear, every second becomes precious. In those moments, your best chance is not panic, but preparation. Most people freeze or waste time convincing themselves it is nothing. Those who survive are the ones who know exactly what to do step by step without hesitation. What follows are 8 simple but powerful actions that can turn the tide in your favor. They require no special equipment, no medical degree, only memory and calm. The first thing you must do is sit down immediately. Stop whatever you are doing and place yourself in a safe, stable position. Do not try to keep walking or pushing through the discomfort. Sitting prevents sudden collapse and protects you from dangerous falls if you lose consciousness. Choose a chair or a sofa with a backrest and sit with your back supported. Do not lie flat on the floor because this makes circulation harder. And do not remain standing because fainting while upright can cause injury. Next, if you have aspirin nearby, chew 1 small tablet, usually 100 milligrams, and chew it thoroughly before swallowing. Chewing allows the medication to enter the bloodstream faster and helps reduce clot formation in the arteries. This can limit the damage to the heart muscle by as much as 40%. If you know you are allergic to aspirin or have severe stomach problems, skip this step, but if you can take it safely, always keep some within reach. Place it in a visible location like the kitchen counter or near your bedside. The third step is to call emergency services and clearly state your address. Do not wait to see if the pain passes, call immediately. Numbers differ depending on your country, but make sure the emergency number is saved in your phone. As soon as the operator answers, say your name, your exact address, and that you are experiencing chest pain and shortness of breath. Give the location first, because you may lose consciousness during the call. A precise address allows help to reach you even if the conversation is cut short. Speak slowly, clearly, without exaggeration, but also without minimizing. After calling for help, make sure rescuers can enter. If the door is locked, paramedics will lose valuable minutes trying to get in. If you can, unlock your front door before sitting back down, or leave a key in a clearly visible spot, such as under a mat or inside a flower pot. If you use a digital lock, write the code on a large sheet of paper and place it at the entrance. At that moment, your life matters more than possession. Every minute counts, and a locked door can cost more than you realize. Then position your body at about a 45-degree angle with legs slightly elevated. Recline back with support behind you and place a cushion or pillow under your legs to raise them slightly. This posture helps blood flow to the brain and heart without overloading your lungs. Lying flat can increase fluid in the lungs, and sitting too upright forces the heart to work harder. While waiting, send a short text to your family or trusted contacts. Talking on the phone requires effort and may worsen your condition, so avoid long calls. Instead, send a simple message to at least 2 or 3 people. For example, having heart attack symptoms, called emergency, going to hospital. Keep it brief, clear, and direct. The next step is to control your breathing. Panic accelerates the heart, increases oxygen demand, and can worsen the crisis. To slow everything down, practice deep breathing. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Focus on breathing with your abdomen, letting it rise and fall, not just your chest. If possible, make a soft sound as you exhale to regulate the rhythm. This technique reduces strain on the heart, keeps oxygen flowing, and helps maintain calm. Finally, if you feel your condition worsening, press firmly on the inside of your wrist where you feel your pulse and cough strongly 3 times. The coughing increases pressure inside the chest and helps keep blood circulating, while pressing the pulse point may help regulate rhythm. It is not a cure and should never replace medical attention, but it may stabilize your body long enough for professional help to arrive. Together, these 8 steps form a clear and memorable routine. The most important element is not perfection, but action. The difference between those who survive and those who do not is rarely luck, it is preparation. Imagine practicing these steps once a month, so that when the day comes, you do not freeze. You simply begin the process as naturally as tying your shoes. Remember the story of Mr. Jose, the elderly patient who survived. He felt the pressure in his chest, sat down, chewed aspirin, called for help, unlocked his door, positioned himself correctly, breathed deeply, and waited. 14 minutes later, the ambulance arrived to find him conscious and stable. Today, he still walks, reads, and enjoys his grandchildren. His survival was not an accident. It was the result of preparation and presence of mind. So write these steps down. Place them on your fridge, near your bed, in your phone. Read them often until they become instinct. Because one day, whether for you or for someone you love, knowing what to do in the first 10 seconds could mean the difference between life and death. Knowing what to do during a heart attack is powerful, but knowledge alone is not enough. In the heat of the moment, panic takes control. The mind races, the body shakes, and even simple instructions can vanish from memory. That is why preparation and practice are as important as the steps themselves. The people who survive are often not the ones who are strongest, but the ones who rehearsed. Preparation begins with visibility. Write down the 8 steps on a large piece of paper and place it somewhere you see every day, such as on the refrigerator or near your bed. The more often you see it, the more likely your brain will recall it under pressure. Some people even keep a small card in their wallet or pocket that lists the steps. When fear takes over, this little reminder can bring clarity. Another form of preparation is to keep essential items within reach. Aspirin should always be stored in an easy-to-spot location, not buried at the back of a cabinet. Your phone should be charged and accessible, not left in another room. If you live alone, consider keeping a small pouch with aspirin, a copy of your ID, and your medical information in a drawer near your bed or chair. When seconds matter, searching wastes time. Rehearsal is equally important. Set aside a few minutes each month to act out the scenario. Look at the clock, sit down, imagine the chest pressure, and go through the steps one by one. Practice calling emergency services and saying your name and address clearly. Practice unlocking the door. Practice the breathing pattern, 4 seconds in and 6 seconds out. It may feel strange at first, but when the real moment comes, your body will already know the routine. Mental rehearsal also makes a difference. Close your eyes and picture yourself staying calm, following the steps, and surviving. Athletes use this technique before competitions to prepare their minds and bodies for action. You can use it to prepare for a crisis. Visualization builds confidence and reduces fear, so that instead of freezing, you move. Part of preparation is also communication. Tell your family, your neighbors, or trusted friends about the steps. Share the signs of a heart attack and what to do. If they know what you know, they can help if they ever find you in distress. And if you ever forget, they can remind you. Preparation is not just personal, it is collective. Finally, understand that preparation is an act of love. It is not only about saving your own life, it is about sparing your loved ones the pain of losing you too soon. Each small act of readiness, each rehearsal, each reminder is a gift you give to yourself and to the people who care about you. When the moment comes, fear will be there. But fear is not the enemy. Lack of preparation island. With practice, you can transform fear into focus, hesitation into action, and a crisis into a chance to live. Preparation is not exaggeration, it is prevention. It is a quiet promise you make to your heart. If the day comes, I will be ready. The best way to survive a heart attack is to prevent it from happening in the first place. Emergencies demand quick action, but your daily choices shape the strength of your heart long before crisis arrives. After treating thousands of patients, one truth is clear. Those who live longest and strongest are not the ones with perfect genetics, but the ones who practice simple habits with consistency. I call them the golden habits because they protect you every single day. The first golden habit is walking 30 minutes every day. Not running marathons, not lifting heavy weights, just walking. The rhythm of your steps keeps blood flowing, lowers blood pressure, and strengthens the heart muscle. Consistency matters more than speed. Even a slow walk through your neighborhood or a park nourishes your body. Over the years, patients who walk daily often arrived at my clinic with hearts 10 years younger than their age. One man in his 80s told me he never misses his morning walk. Rain or shine, he moves, and his heart reflects that discipline. Walking is free, simple, and available to almost everyone. Yet it is one of the most powerful medicines we have. The second golden habit is reducing salt. Salt hides in almost every processed food. Bread, canned goods, cold cuts, instant soups, snacks. Too much salt stiffens the arteries and raises blood pressure, silently preparing the ground for heart attacks and strokes. Many people believe they cannot enjoy food without salt, but taste buds adapt. Within a few weeks of cutting back, natural flavors become stronger and salty foods taste unpleasant. Patients who once felt food was bland without salt later told me they could not stand the heaviness of salty meals. Their blood pressure improved, their energy returned, and their hearts thanked them. Reducing salt is not punishment. It is freedom from one of the heart's quietest enemies. The third golden habit is quitting cigarettes and alcohol. I have heard the same excuse countless times. I am already 70. Why quit now? The answer is simple. Because your body always appreciates the change. Lungs begin to heal within weeks of quitting smoking. Breathing improves, energy rises, and the risk of heart attack falls almost immediately. The same is true for alcohol. Even after decades of use, reducing or eliminating alcohol gives your liver and heart a chance to recover. I have seen people who stopped smoking in their 70s climb stairs again without shortness of breath, sleep peacefully, and smile at how quickly their lives improved. It is never too late. The heart is always ready to respond when you give it relief. Beyond these three habits, there are other important choices that act like shields for your heart. Taking your prescribed medications regularly if you have high blood pressure, diabetes, or high cholesterol. Never stop them on your own. These medications are not chains. They are tools that protect your heart from silent damage. Regular checkups are also essential. A simple electrocardiogram or blood test can reveal problems before they become emergencies. Prevention is not about fear, it is about wisdom. The golden habits may seem small, but together they build resilience. They are not quick fixes, they are steady investments. Every walk, every meal with less salt, every day without cigarettes or alcohol adds to the strength of your heart. You may not notice the benefit in one day or 1 week, but after months and years, the difference is life itself. Imagine combining the golden habits with the 8 emergency steps. On one hand, you strengthen your heart daily, reducing the chance of crisis. On the other, you are prepared, trained, and ready if crisis comes. That is true protection. It means you are not living in fear, but in readiness. You are not waiting helplessly for fate, but actively shaping your future. The heart is not just an organ, it is the rhythm of your life. Every beat is a gift. Protect it with these habits, and it will carry you further than you imagine. No one should face a heart attack alone, yet millions of older adults live in silence, surrounded by neighbors and family, but without true support. The truth is that survival does not depend only on your own preparation. It also depends on the people around you. Family and community form the second circle of protection. And when that circle is strong, your chances of survival rise dramatically. Family members must learn the same signals and the same steps that you practice. A son who knows the signs of chest pain can insist his father goes to the hospital instead of dismissing it as indigestion. A daughter who knows how to unlock the door for paramedics can save precious minutes. Even young grandchildren can memorize the emergency number and call for help. Knowledge shared across generations becomes a net that catches you when you fall. Neighbors also play an essential role, especially for those who live alone. A simple agreement to check on each other once a day can mean the difference between being found in time and being left too long. Community groups for seniors, walking clubs, or health classes are not just social activities. They are survival networks. When people know each other's routines, they notice when something is wrong. Technology can extend this circle of protection. Simple devices that track your heartbeat, phone apps that send alerts, or even a scheduled daily call can connect you to help when you cannot speak for yourself. But technology is only useful when combined with human care. A machine can send a signal, but a caring neighbor or family member is the one who will open the door, call the ambulance, and sit with you in the hospital. The strongest heart is not only protected by habits and preparation, but also by love. Love expressed through presence, through attention, through readiness to act. Your family and your community can be your shield when your heart falters. Build that shield now, teach them, involve them, and let them be part of your promise to survive. The journey we have taken together is not only about medicine, it is about life. We began with the question of what you would do if your heart betrayed you when you were alone. We uncovered the warning signs that whisper before disaster. We learned the 8 life-saving steps that can buy you precious minutes. we explored the golden habits that protect your heart each day, and we saw how family and community form a second circle of protection. Now it is time to bring all of this together into a single message you can carry with you. Your body's always speaking. Pressure in the chest, pain spreading to the arm or jaw, sudden fatigue, breathlessness, dizziness. These are not random discomforts, they are signals. Treat them as urgent calls for action. 2 or 3 together are enough to suspect a heart attack. Do not wait, do not minimize, do not convince yourself it will pass. The sooner you act, the greater your chance of survival. If the moment arrives, remember the 8 steps. Sit down to avoid collapse. Chew an aspirin if it is safe for you. Call emergency and give your address first. Make sure rescuers can enter. Place your body at a 45-degree angle with legs slightly raised. Send a short text to your loved ones. Control your breathing with the rhythm of 4 seconds in and 6 seconds out. And if needed, press your wrist and cough 3 times. These are not complicated medical procedures. They are simple acts, rehearsed in advance, that can turn fear into focus. But beyond emergencies, true strength comes from daily discipline. Walk every day, reduce salt, stop smoking, limit alcohol, take your medications as prescribed, and get regular checkups. Each small choice adds to your defense, keeping your arteries clear and your heart steady. Prevention is not only about avoiding disease, it is about building a life where you can walk freely, breathe deeply, and enjoy your family without fear. Do not forget the people around you. Share what you have learned. Teach your children, your grandchildren, your neighbors. Build a network of care. The heart is not only an organ that pumps blood, it is also a symbol of connection. When others know how to help, you are never truly alone. So let this be your promise. Write down the signs, the steps, the habits. Place them where you can see them every day. Read them until they are part of your memory. Tell yourself clearly, if the day comes, I will be ready. I will not surrender to fear or confusion. I know what to do and I will survive. Your heart still has years to beat, still has mornings to rise, still has laughter to share. Protect it, prepare for it, and trust that you hold more power than you think. The final reminder is simple. Knowledge is survival. Preparation is strength. Love is protection. Combine them and you give your heart the best chance to keep you alive for many more years.